Okay, it's way too early for this, but I thought I would. As soon as I woke up and I started looking at the news cycle today. I'm watching Rachel Maddow. Can she shut up? Okay, look, I want to tell you this right now. Trump is not going to be impeached. You're not going to impeach the president unless you have serious accusations. And this is the problem. And Rachel Maddow can't seem to understand this, nor does most of the left media. This whistleblower, the first one, no eyewitness, no eyewitness. It was not an eyewitness. Nowhere does anybody say it was an eyewitness. How can you take a serious allegation and you don't even have an eyewitness? It's somebody who said something who said something. That's not credible. That's not valid, and that's not how the American system of innocent until proven guilty is set up. We have the right to face our accusers. If there is no accuser, then how can you even have an allegation? Now there's a second whistleblower, and I even read it today. It even says this one has firsthand information. Well, then why would you go with anything less than firsthand information? What the hell's wrong with you? You're supposed to be a credible news source, and you're going to go off of what my uncle's cousin's brother's roommate's friend said? Are you kidding me? Now, the other part of it was that they continue to say, "Well, this is illegal." The president asked China and Ukraine for help in his election. Where? If he calls and he says, "Hey, I'd like you to look into this or whatever," how are you conflating that with saying helping in my election? If you have a presidential contender who may have committed a crime or may have gone outside of their scope, it is the duty of excuse me, it's the duty of the president to investigate these things. I don't care if it's Joe Biden. I don't care if it's Jim Biden. I don't care if it's whoever else. He has a responsibility. If he didn't investigate, wouldn't you be upset about that? This is a serious allegation into Joe Biden's son having a direct connection with the vice president of the United States at the time. No, you can't do that. That clearly is nepotism, using, again, vice president using his professional position in a personal way. That's not right. And I don't know where the Democrats keep coming up with this is going to be the impeachment. Again, what crime has been committed? And to go out there and say, "Hey, China, you should look at something," that is not saying. If you are suggesting to your neighbor or somebody, you need to go look into this shit. This was a problem here. It might be a problem over there too. You're grasping at straws, and it makes you look really bad. It makes you look pathetic. And it makes you look in a direction that you shouldn't be looking. It's misdirection. And I'll tell you this, Trump is a genius for this. Every time he has you look under this rock over here, he's doing something over here. And you're falling for it. Anyways, the other thing I want to talk about, and the homeless in California. We have a tremendous homeless crisis in California. If you've never been to Los Angeles, you're welcome. Stay away. But I say that LA is filled with homeless, and I don't just mean down in Skid Row. They, I don't know why the number came up. It was either Fox or I was watching MSNbc, and they were talking about the number of homeless, and it was Fox actually. They said it was around 32,000 homeless in Los Angeles. The number's around 60,000. Now I don't know if they're compiling all of Southern California or just Los Angeles in itself. It's a problem. It's a problem. And I remember the day I decided to leave, because I'm out in LA. I was there for 12 years. I decided to leave, and one of the factors, I remember walking my dog one night in a pretty nice area. In fact, there's a cool area where I used to live that in the valley. You could, a lot of apartments on the main streets, but then you had a lot of suburbs that were built prior to that, in the 50s and 60s, before the apartments came up. And while we're going through there, these are nice affluent homes, and a lot of actors live around there. You walk your dog. Oh, you see people. It's really kind of neat. And all of a sudden one day, there's an RV parked. An RV. A homeless RV. And then a few months later after that, they put up signs in residential areas. No parking on the street for more than 4 hours. In a residential area. This was their way to combat homelessness and people parking their RVs and living out of their cars. Is to make everybody in the area have to move their, in your own front of your own home, you have to move your car now. That's how it's been the whole way I was there. What I'm saying is the policies of California lawmakers, which are 100% Democrat and have been for years. So you wanted to run California the way you wanted to run it, through liberal propositions and regulations. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Look at California. Tell me that it works. Tell me that you can't blame anybody else for it. You get the city of Bell. You've got LA proper. You've got LAUSD, which is a. We won't go into that. That's a whole series of videos. You've got the energy department lost money. What did they lose? $30 million a few years ago. They just lost it. Didn't know where to put it. The corruption is tremendous. The police have gone. You've got sheriff's departments who went to jail a few years ago in the corrections department by sneaking. By working with inmates going in and then out, and they were running fight clubs and shit. It was crazy. This is how California is run when you put it in the hands of these people. You have California. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me it's gun regulations. You can't open carry. You can't open carry unloaded or loaded. So then how are we having so many shootings in California? You don't know how to have guns outside of your home. So how are we getting all the shootings? Is it possible people are maybe disobeying the law? Do you understand how that works? Okay, so stop going on about Trump, okay? He's not going to be impeached. And you're not going to find anything, unless there's any good hard evidence. You got to have, at this point, you're going to have video of him doing something heinous. You have to show me, MSNbc, Fox, somebody, CNN, show me the law that you think he broke. What did he break as a president? Show me, just tell me I'm wrong. The problem is that it's very difficult to impeach a president, let alone get him convicted of something to impeach him to get him out. Now they're saying he's going to resign. He's not going to resign. He's an egomaniac. You know that. You've told us that. Why would an egomaniac resign? Okay? Not that he is. I'm just saying that that's the implication. And he's not going to resign, and he's not going to be impeached. He's going to run for 4 more years. As most presidents get reelected on their second term. It takes a tremendous amount not to get elected. Now, it's true because when Clinton was elected, he was already in his second term. Okay, so he'd already gone through that phase. In this case, Trump has to go through that reelection phase first, and this will, of course, add into the reelection. I honestly think it's going to help him, not hurt him, because you're going to come off like a principal almost. Upset at the cool student who just can't get in trouble, and everybody likes him except you and all the other teachers. But the whole school likes him. Just the teachers don't like the cool kid. And you're trying to get him in trouble, and he's not. He ain't going anywhere. Okay? He has to do something wrong, and I don't understand why this is such a problem. Tell me I'm wrong. And please, don't tell me, oh, he said something about, he had locker room talk 10, 15, 20 years ago. We can discuss that all day long. And the only thing I want to say on that is don't judge others by your own standards. Okay? Different circles get run in. That's everything.